is an empath, okay?
The name of the creature is the Abyssal Gloom Cruncher. I figured this kind of monster would be a lot more intimidating.
We caught her together in the Waking Pits on our very last run as the Cryptiques, and she doesn't mean anything to you?
She just means a bunch of debt to me.
You're gonna have to find another way to clear this debt because you, sir, are not reliable enough to play this game a second time.
I'll get it done. I'll get it done, okay?
I have someone else that I need to think about now, and people can't know that the father is from Wet.
You're right. Voxidol, you're right. They'd never accept it. Can I ask one thing? Name them after my old grandpa, little Hudson Glubfubbins.
So you just hear their voice in your head transmitted to you through your Neuralink shades.
The voice of the Trev 14 rings out, I just want to be your best pal. And Screek's face goes stark white.
You're talking about the Trevor Teen robot?
Yes, Frisps. It is the Trev 14s, the 114s, and I also need to be 14s. You have to get me to meet this robot.
Oh my god, you think I'm Tempo? That's so nice. I actually get that all the time.
You look exactly alike.
Yeah, clones usually do. I know we need money, but I think the best way to get money is to get this robot, and I also heard that Tempo is supposed to meet him, so if I go and I pretend to be Tempo...
Oh, Tempo's so hot.
Bring that robot to me. You don't harm a robot hair on its robot head. It's all forgiven. All your debts. Everything. Gone. Like that.
We go back, and Zuri is in the apartment, but Hudson is not there. In fact, the person who is there is Kanker Sisto. We can't hear any of the dialogue, except for one word, peel back. And Kanker holds up the pendant that belonged to Hudson and holds it out to Zuri. And we are now in the present day, bathed in the many lights of the Kindred employee multitainment Hollow Park.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Quantum Kickflip, a Slugblaster actual play podcast. I am Glenna. I am hosting today because we are not playing Slugblaster. I just misinformed you, but
Again! Started with a lie.
Lies.
But we're taking a little break from our main story to play a rousing game of Fiasco by Jason Morningstar, which is a wonderful tabletop collaborative storytelling delight. If you are like, what is that, Glenna? You should listen to part 1. We are doing part 2 today, Act 2. So we're going to revisit the characters and the situations we created last time and see how that goes. With me, of course, are 4 of my best and funniest friends in the whole wide world who are going to introduce themselves and answer the question, when was a time when things went so horribly wrong for you?
Oh, no.
Jeez, okay.
Like going from something that should have been straightforward and easy and just got out of hand kind of a thing?
Yeah. No bummers, please.
Hello, my name is David, and a fiasco I had in my own life was I had a very easy job of putting together a show, a comedy show, and we were going to tour it around. And one of the places we went to, they're like, can you do a kid's show? And we're like, no, this is not a kid's show. Oh, you're going to do a kid's show. And we're like, we want the money, so I guess so. And we go there and we're like, look, it's going to be fine. It's fine. And on that day, of this performance that should have gone very easily, I ran over the owner's dog with a van. The dog survived, but just like for the rest of the day, it was awful. The kids that saw the show just like slowly left over time because it was not a kid's show. And I lost the family's pet llama. There's so many more details to all of this, but I can't fit it here. We can maybe put that as a Patreon bonus.
That recounts as Fiasco.
Yeah.
It's a 2-hour bonus content.
It's 20 minutes on stage. I tell that. Yeah, it's a long one.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
Oh, and who are you playing?
I am playing Canker Sisto, grubby coach of mega fighters down in Knacker's Row.
My name is Robyn. I'm playing Screeg Fubbins, who is a crooked bookie with a sordid past. And recent fiasco, I play in a comedy band. We're called Success 5000. Look us up. I recently went and played a gig at my old high school, which you'd think would be the Fiasco. That went great. However, I turned down an opportunity to open another show with a local band while we were there. An old friend offered, like, hey, you want to open the show? I was like, that'd be a weird fit. I went to the show just in solidarity to be like, hey, no hard feelings. I just didn't think we'd be a good fit for this show. And the guy they did get was a weird anti-vaxxer, anti-Trudeau guy who had 3 separate fuck Trudeau songs and a whole anti-mask anthem. And it was the least comfortable I've ever been in a room. Both him singing these songs and then the audience losing their minds being like, yeah, we love this. Like,
Ugh.
So should have just opened the show. Could have saved myself a lot of trouble.
Like your 5 fuck Trudeau songs.
Yeah, exactly. But I would be saying it for the right reasons.
I'm Michael Vetsch. I am here.
Congratulations.
I'm Michael Vetsch. I'm here playing Tempo, also known as T1L1 Teely, the kindred holovid celebrity all-star in all types of media. Back when I was in college, I was supposed to drive my girlfriend at the time, who we had been dating for a very short amount of time, to the airport to pick up a friend of hers who was showing up in town. And things just weren't quite going well in the relationship. And it turned out on the day that I was supposed to drive her, I broke up with her. But I felt real bad. And I was like, I'll at least drive her back to the university residence so she doesn't have to like bus and then find a way to go get to the airport. But it was, it was like in the first year of me having started driving, and Edmonton winters, not good times. I then got into a car accident with this girl that I had just broken up with. Really just totaled my car, and everyone was fine. But awkward situation of now having to console this girl that I just broke up with after I got into a car accident with her, and then we had to do an acting performance the next day, and I did very well on that project. So great. Find what feeds your performance.
Yes. Use it. Yeah, use it.
Baby.
Use it.
Hello, my name is Laena, and I am playing Zuri Glup, a bodyguard with power suits and cool sunglasses. And fiasco that I went through recently was I live in a townhouse, and sometimes we get notices from the condo board that the parking lot is going to be swept. So you have to move your car. You have to make sure you're not parked in the parking lot. They gave a lot of notice several days in advance, and I was like, got it. I will not park in the parking lot after work. I parked in the parking lot after work. And so the next day, someone is loudly and urgently knocking on my door while a tow truck is circling my vehicle. And in the rush to open the door and move the car, my dog got out. She does not have recall, and she loves to run. So that was my morning, was just instantly trying to wrangle my dog, which I was able to do with the help of the many street sweepers. We eventually just kind of cornered her, and I got her back inside.
Just managed to catch her before Dave ran her over.
Oh, thank God. Yeah. Dave was driving the tow truck.
Did not manage to wrangle your llama, which got out.
Yeah,
that one was lost forever, yeah.
Thanks for just like letting that go, guys. I know it cost you a lot. That set you back quite a bit.
And I'm Glenna. I am playing T1L0, Tilo, also known as Hannah, who is a former Slugblaster / clone of Michael's character Tempo. And last night, I was like, I'm gonna take an edible and watch Paddington 2. It's a delightful kids movie. I'm sure it'll be enjoyable.
Yeah, it sounds like a chill time.
Yeah.
I have never been more confused or baffled or just like distressed in my life.
Well, Hugh Grant's wearing all those disguises.
It's a lot to keep track of.
Well, and when you're high, and it's so confusing. I think I declared that we committed a war crime against ourselves by watching this while high.
Yeah, we laughed so hard. It was bad. All right. So we are here. We are ready. We have rolled the tilt. We know what factors are going to ruin everyone's plans. Again, that is love rears its ugly head and cold-blooded score settling. So let's get to it. Let's make a fiasco.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think I will pull to start here, but I think I want to go ahead and take a red die.
Oh.
So
I have a sense of what that might mean for tempo, but I can't start this scene.
Okay.
So this goes bad for you, and we have to determine how. So we are at the Kindred Employee Multitainment Hollow Park. It is a big open arena style entryway, like this courtyard that is just screens on all sides, showing just like an assortment of different bright flashing colors and things moving very quickly, and every single screen is set to a different channel, and it's all happening at once, and people are wandering around and taking this in.
I feel like it could be the kind of place where it's already huge if it's like an arena style place, but depending on where you are and what screens you're looking at and how they're coordinated, it might look even bigger than it is if the screens are showing like a big expanse, or you might end up in like little pockets that look really self-contained.
Yeah, there are also holographic entities floating above the crowd. There's a holographic band performing in one area of the courtyard, and there's a crowd underneath them staring up, and there's a bunch of people. One area is just people in VR style headsets, just kind of standing in a big huddle and awkwardly moving around a little bit, but they're immersed in some sort of digital world. And then I think as you get deeper in, there's sort of a hallway that branches off into different little more restricted, more VIP areas where you can have more tailored experiences. And I think it's at the entrance to this area that we catch up with Tempo on her way in to meet up with the Trev 14 for their scheduled interview. I would assume Zuri's also there?
Yeah, I think that Zuri would absolutely be on duty for this.
Oh my garb, Zuri, I can't believe it. We're gonna meet this teen bot. Can you believe it? How excited are you, Zuri?
I can believe it. I scheduled this meeting and it is playing out exactly as planned.
It's incredible. I can't believe you hooked this up. You hit me with the idea, and then we went to Frisbee, and he was like, yeah, I totally got this, darlings. And then we were going to see this kid, and now we're here.
Would you say then that I did a good job, perhaps worthy of commendation?
Zuri. Yas, Zuri! Yas! Oh my garb, Zuri! This is maybe the best thing you've ever done.
Oh.
Ever.
Well, it's good to know I'm being appreciated. Thank you, Tempo.
I don't know anything about you in your personal life. I don't know if you've got a family or anything, but this is way more important than any of that. This is better than anything you've ever done here. I think what you've just done for me and what you've done for Kindred via me.
Zuri's lips tighten ever so subtly.
It is at this point that someone approaches the two of you. She is wearing pretty chic clothes, pretty Kindred, but she does have a black apron that is stuffed with makeup brushes and combs and things. And she has a platinum bob that's up with a claw hair clip, so it's fanning out a little bit.
Nice.
She is wearing glasses and has the same face as Tempo. Oh my garb, I'm here to be your makeup artist. I just need to take you into the ladies' room, and we can get you all ready for the interview.
Oh my god, thank you so much. I was just thinking that being in this hollow park, all the extra LED light is making me sweat. If you could really help me with that. You came at the perfect time, lady I've never met before.
I know, right?
my God.
Perfect.
Zuri, thank you again for all this. I'm gonna go with this lady who's doing my makeup and stuff.
But I should come with you.
It's kind of like you're giving off like a vibe.
Yeah, I think this is like, I know the makeup person didn't say it, but I assumed it was like a VIP ladies' room.
Tempo, for the last time, please don't give in to the vibe. We have talked about this.
And Zuri, we've talked about this. I am the vibe.
No, Tempo.
I am the vibe.
Tempo, no. Tempo.
Haven't you heard my
Tempo.
most recent chart topper? I am the vibe. Tempo is the vibe.
Tempo. Tempo and this mysterious makeup artist have disappeared. Like, they are walking away, and Zuri is just, like, left standing alone as Tempo is belting out her hit.
That seemed like, I mean, I don't know, you took the red dye at the beginning instead of a bad scene, but that seemed like it went pretty well for Tempo. You got a makeup artist exactly when you needed one. You're getting ready for your big interview. There's nothing sinister going on here, I'm sure.
Tempo is absolutely going to be led to the correct place to then go on to do
The
this
makeup
interview.
artist has the same face as you, but I'm sure a lot of people do. You're a clone.
Makeup
You're part of a clone
artists do
program.
that, though, I
Yeah.
think, just to, like...
They make themselves up.
to make
like
you feel
artists.
comfortable, like, this is what you could look like. That's how they do it.
All right. So it's my turn. I would like to establish. Little did you know that makeup artist was actually Hannah in disguise.
What? Gasp.
Very Team Rocket with her disguise. But I want to establish that Hannah has taken Tempo to, like, not even a bathroom. It's like a closet.
Classic broom closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hover brooms, of course.
Of course. It's really hard to get any of the dirt because it just hovers a foot off the surface of the floor. Hover brooms were a bad invention.
The walls here are also holographic and made to look like your classic broom closet.
Yes, yeah.
How far away is this bathroom?
We just have to stop off in here for a quick second.
Oh, is this like a supply room?
Yeah,
Is this where you keep the makeup supplies?
It is where I keep my makeup supplies. All of my here I have a hover mirror.
Oh my God.
And a hover light. A hover ring light.
Is that hover mascara?
Yeah, it's hover
Oh
mascara.
my God. I've seen that they can make your eyelashes so long because they stand so far off your face.
I know. It's amazing. So she is doing her makeup. And it's nice. Like, I don't think Hannah could do bad makeup if she tried.
It's doing it on the face that you do your own makeup on probably helps with practice.
Yes, absolutely.
But you also don't have to do the weird mirroring thing. It's just like, amazing.
Amazing. And then we just need to set everything. Close your eyes.
I'm closing them. They're so closed. You want to hear them open and close again?
Yeah, that's the hover mascara.
It makes such powerful wing beats.
And there's a setting spray that Hannah has sprayed onto Tempo. Only it's not setting spray, baby. It's knockout gas. Sure.
Yes.
And my garb, that's some strong stuff. That's like, oh! And my garb, I'm passed out.
Michael is dedicating himself to this audio format. I love it.
And then Hitman style, in that you don't know how she does it, Hannah swaps clothes with Tempo.
Yeah.
It happens. It's seamless. Don't worry about it.
So quick.
So quick. And then the last thing she does is dons those purple heart-shaped glasses.
Ooh.
Tempo. Oh
my garb, what?
You left my supervision. I need to find you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I was just getting my makeup done. It's fine. I'm fine.
Where are you?
I am not here. One sec.
Perfect.
How do we feel like this is going, gang? The first part went very well.
I think green?
Yeah, I think it's gotta be.
Yeah, I think it's green. Take a green die, Glenna.
Thank you.
I guess I'm going to establish with you. We're doing surveillance.
Okay.
So we have this like little space where we're going to like collect the robot later. So when Hannah is supposed to bring the robot to us,
Yes.
this is the contraption that's going to take the robot away. I'm thinking it is going to be like a big garbage bin, like one of those big rectangular ones that you can throw a whole bunch of stuff in, and we just throw the robot in.
A hover dumpster,
A
yeah.
hover
Yeah.
dumpster, that we're going to take, and so we're already like maybe both of us are dressed up as garbage men, or like ready to go, but we're both doing it in case one of us has to split off to do something else. And we're currently watching on like a feed onto like a small tablet.
Yeah.
And we're watching the security film. Now we do not have security into the closet where Tempo is currently knocked out and all that kind of stuff. So we don't actually see
Yes.
the switch happened. And we're going to just kind of finish off the conversation that we're having until I notice the thing. So this is flawless. We can as long as Hannah can get a hold of the robot, all she has to do is just bring it right here. She knows. We'll grab and take it away. It is ironclad.
And you trust this Hannah with the most important part of the operation, because it's all riding on her. If she doesn't do her part, we're just sitting here with a hover dumpster like a couple of cock-ups. So
look, I know a lot is riding on this. Hannah has, she owes it to me, and I think her head's on straight. She knows how important this is to me, so. It's fine. It's fine. And I look down at the video tablet, and you see, she's coming out now, and... Oh, wait a minute.
what is it?
I don't think she switched.
What do you mean you don't think she switched?
Like, look at her.
Yeah, she looks like Tempo. That was the plan, right?
No,
she was going to
no.
take Tempo's place. She was
She
going to make
looks
herself
way-
up to look like Tempo, and then walk in, and they're clones, so it'll be
They
seamless.
look way different. They look way different.
They're
Trust me.
identical clones.
No, you can tell. And I can tell that she is way too beautiful. Something went wrong down there. Temple must have gotten the best of Hannah or something. I don't...
You're sure about this?
It's got to be. Look, I know how wonderful and beautiful Tempo is, and this is an angel. And unlike that, ghastly Hannah,
They look exactly the same.
No, trust me. You just got it. This is all gut. Look, I'll take. Don't worry though. I'll go down and sort it all out. You just wait here. I'm sure it'll be fine. And he quickly.
All right, you sort this out quick, or you're the one whose head's not going to be on straight. It's all break your neck is the implication there. I don't know if that was clear. I don't know if I made that entirely clear. He's fading in the background.
I got it. It's fine.
Because you said earlier that her head was on straight.
No, I know. We
It's
need
a callback.
Okay, shh. We're out in public.
Right. I'll keep quiet here then.
A lot of yelling in the Hollow Park today.
Oh, I got a red die for that. did
Yes,
I?
You've been given
you
a
got
red die.
die for that.
Oh no.
Kanker's insistence upon fraternal clones.
They're different. Yeah.
So Skreeg is left there at this hover dumpster in his janitor getup, which, like, He's still got the 4 robotic limbs, but I guess he's just wearing like overalls over top of all of them, like grungy, oily overalls.
I feel like since it's Kindred, it is still fashion garbage men. So it's like overalls, but they've got full ties and cufflinks and things going on.
Yes,
Oh my
scratch
God,
what I said. That's definitely it.
Very good.
And he's waiting there, trying to give Kanker time to do what he needs to do, worrying the whole time. But then something catches his eye. He glances down the hall and catches the sight of his old flame, Zuri Glup, who is also standing around waiting for someone. And I think Skreeg's breath catches in his throat, and he starts hovering the dumpster closer and kind of trying to get Zuri's attention. It's like, I never learned how to...
Which
I
hallway?
never learned to whistle.
The one with the holograms doesn't clear things up.
Curse my biological throat. I gotta get this thing replaced.
Hey, hang on.
Maybe
Hang on a
it's the
second.
lips. Maybe I need some robot lips. That's the answer. I'm sure of it.
Give me 1 second, Tempo. Skreeg?
Sorry.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I am doing what I was set out to do by you.
We have barely spoken in years. The last time we even got in contact was when I sent you that... Oh, Garb, you're here for the Trev 14, aren't you?
Of course I am.
Zuri, you need to get out of here. Things are about to get bad, and I don't want you here when they do.
I am not leaving here without that Trev 14.
Neither am I.
I thought you sent me that video because you wanted me to handle it, being in Kindred.
I sent you that video because I didn't know who else to send it to, and I had to tell someone. Sorry, it's our boy. It's Hudson. You heard it in his voice, didn't you? They used his voice. Who knows how many of his memories are kicking around in that robot brain? You remember he took that job for Kindred. They were programming the new unit. They kept it all very hush-hush, but he went in. He did that focus group. He sat down with those scientists. They scanned him, scanned his memories, scanned his brain. Our boy is in there, Zuri. He's still alive. He lives on in the Trev 14. 14s.
Look, I have a plan to get him out of here, so whatever scheme you have going on right now...
Oh, so when you do it, it's a plan, and when I do it, it's a scheme, is it? Is that how it is?
Yes.
This is just like back in the old days. This is exactly why it could never work between us. Our passions just they run too hot, and before we know it, we're saying things we can't take back. Well, you go ahead with your little plan. It'll never work. Me and Kanker, we're gonna crack this thing wide open.
You and who?
Me and nobody, just me.
Kanker?
On my own.
Not Kanker, Sisto.
How do you know Kanker Sisto? He's a lowlife that gambles and trains up monstrosities down in the Knackers Row fight pits. How do you know a lowlife like Kanker Sisto?
Because Kanker Sisto was on the same crew as Hudson.
That's acting. I knew, but Skreeg didn't.
Important
This is new
clarification.
information to
Yeah.
Skreeg.
Yeah, I remember all of those Oscar-winning movies where at one point the actors go, like, I knew as the actor,
Yeah,
but guess what?
I'm
I just was
aware.
acting in this past scene. That it was really good. That was
You can't
real
actually
acting.
qualify for categories unless you state that it is
Yeah.
acting.
What you just saw was acting for real.
So in the middle of movies, they often have a black screen that says this was edited.
Anyway, I think that's where we leave Skreeg, is in that moment of realization that the person he's been working with was on the crew that lost his son. For the first time, he knows their shared history.
I almost wonder if this goes green just because he's gained information.
Oh.
Critical. I had that initial reaction
Because
too.
nothing else has really happened that, like,
It's not like
the situation hasn't worsened. But,
Yeah.
like, at least from his point of view, he has learned more. He knows more of the field at play.
Maybe.
That's fair. I was thinking red because, he's likely to cock up his own plans at this point, but he hasn't done that yet. So I see where you're coming from.
I think I'm going to resolve a scene instead of establish, and I think I'm going to take a red die.
I think this scene is going to follow up like right out after that conversation, and it's still going to be kind of focusing on Zuri and Skreeg, but it's all going to take place as they're just running, tearing through the Hollow Park, trying to get to the stage on time.
Okay.
So, upon the revelation that Canker Sisto is involved, and the fact that that connects back to the history of Hudson in the Cryptiques, Zuri reaches out, grabs Skreeg's robotic hand, and just starts running through the Hollow Park. Just, we need to get there, we need to go now. And it continues to unfold as to what this history between them and the crew might end up being as they are running to try and make it in time to get to the stage to do something. And
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna tear him apart. I'm gonna sick Rex on him, and I'm not gonna stop until he's on little bits, and then I'm gonna fuse the little bits back together, and I'll have Rex tear him up again.
See, are you so surprised that I called it a scheme because you made it with the one person who lost our son in a peel-back accident?
How was I to know that? You didn't let me in. You didn't let me be a part of his life. One video call a month is not a relationship. I didn't know that he was on a crew until he was already gone.
You think I wanted to tell you about him the one time that I met him when he came to deliver the worst news I've ever heard in my life?
Well, who else is there? Was it the two of them, or were they part of a larger...
There was one more. I don't know who they are. Because Hudson never told me anything about slugblasting because he didn't want me to know that he was slugblasting.
You needed to let him open up to you. He needed someone he could feel safe. This is why I needed to be there.
I wanted to prevent him taking risks and being in places he's not supposed to be, like his father.
We can finish this later. We need to figure out what was this plan that you had going on, this high and mighty, highfalutin plan that's better than a scheme.
Well, it was quite simple. Tempo was going to interview Trev 14, and then after the interview, I was going to apprehend the model.
Well, we might need to move things up a touch, but we can still make this work. What do you say? You and me together. We'll cut the rest of them out of it. They don't understand what's at stake. They wanted to scrap him for parts or make him fight in the pits, but if you and I get our hands on him, we can make a clean getaway. We can go somewhere where there aren't these things that keep us apart.
Somewhere where we can all be a family together?
I think at this point, Zuri's pace begins to slow. They both sort of patter to a stop. They're no longer running toward the stage. They're just looking at each other. Looking and listening.
You know that there's nowhere that we could go on Kindred or Web where they wouldn't find us.
And we won't go to Kindred or Web. We'll go
to Lansden?
Well, no, they wouldn't like it there either.
No.
Somewhere further
Plus,
away.
it's
maybe.
kind of gross there.
It is kind of...
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Disgusting,
Yeah.
honestly. Anyone from Lansden.
Too many gears.
Yeah, I don't know how. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I was from Lansden.
Oh, God. Garb.
No, we'll go. So maybe our boy had the right idea. Maybe none of the towers are safe. Maybe we need to go somewhere else altogether. Out there in the multiverse.
Anything could happen in the multiverse.
Their hearts had been beating so fast from running through the Hollow Park. Now they're beating faster for a different reason. The hearts beat. The shot from the side zooms closer and closer in as they close the distance between them.
Call it a scheme again.
Half-baked. Reckless. cocked up schemes.
And Skreeg grabs Zuri and pulls them close, embraces, and they kiss passionately, and then he pulls them into the hollow dumpster, and they just both collapse in a heap inside the hollow dumpster where no one can see them.
A lot of making out in the hollow park today.
I feel like that kind of justifies the red die, and that your attempt was to go stop the situation, and you have now been pulled thoroughly off track.
Yeah. We are not following through on plans, schemes, or ruses of any kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tempo's all about them green dice.
Okay, taking a green die.
So this goes well for you. This scene that starts with you drugged and passed out in a closet.
Oh, yeah.
Goes very well
Just
for
like any of Tempo's days.
This next scene is outside that closet where Tempo is ambushed by Hannah. And the door opens. Tempo actually has on Hannah's clothes, and you know, because there was nothing else in there for her to wear.
This fits so poorly.
Okay, Hannah, you gotta focus up. We gotta get this thing back on track, okay?
I'm a Garb. Who are you?
It's Canker. You know, I know I'm not wearing my normal hat. I'm wearing a different one. And I'm wearing my...
You look like a garbage man.
Yes, I know, that's the whole thing. Okay, man, she really knocked you in the head really hard, didn't she?
Something must have knocked me out.
Okay, well, Hannah, you need to get your focus back in the game if we're going to get this Trev 14 unit, okay?
Oh my Garb, is the teen robot still here?
Well, we better hope so.
I need to get to him. Garbage man! Garbage man, you've got to get me to this teen robot.
Yes, I know. Okay, well, okay. Here, just follow me. I'll get you back into place, and hopefully nobody notices.
Oh my Garb, I can't walk in these shoes.
And if you...
Why are they flat?
I don't know. You pick out better clothes next time. Pick out clothes that Tempo would wear. You know, look more like her. Right now, you look like...
Tempo would never wear any of this.
I know. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Your style is out of control and needs to be a lot better. You need to be hot like Tempo is.
I feel like a fashion faux pas.
Here, come on.
Okay.
Now, remember, you're going to get the robot isolated, and you're going to bring it around to the garbage disposal, drop them in, and it will be waiting at the bottom.
Oh, is this one of those? This is like on the go interviews. We're like walking and talking. Oh, I thought this was going to be like on a stage, but I have to lead the kid somewhere. We're like going somewhere with this robot teen, just like teens do. Garbage man.
So you don't listen to the plan. Of course, this is what the plan was the whole time.
Yes.
Okay,
we all
stay
know.
focused.
Both of us know Garbage Man.
Yeah. Yeah, remember the whole abyssal monster that you let go free? This is the same thing. We need you to focus up.
Oh my gosh, I did something like that?
Yeah.
I'm sure my manager knows all about it. I don't read those emails. Oops.
Oh boy, your head is all messed up, and it's fine. It's fine. Okay.
You've got a strong grip.
Thank you. Well, nonetheless, now I got to be on the lookout for real Tempo too.
Oh, you won't have to look that hard.
Okay, here we're near the outside. Okay, this is the entrance. You should be just going in there.
Here?
Yeah.
Through this door?
Yes.
Do I have to open this door? It looks heavy.
Here, I'll get it for you, okay?
Thank you, Garbage
I was going to
Man.
say, he did get a green die. You should open the door for him.
Yeah, okay, fine. I open the door for you, and, you know, there is kind of a gathering of media, I'm assuming. Is there some...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Total media circus as soon as the door opens, like, camera flashes start going off, and then they see the Garbage Man standing, and they're like, no, never mind.
And I try to wave Tempo in, and...
I've never felt this before ever in my life, but I think I have stage fright right now. Garbage Man, you have to take me out there on the stage.
I got it.
I'm used to having my bodyguard around Garbage Man. I need someone to lead me out there. What if someone tries to shoot me? What if they try to shoot me with a gun? Garbage Man!
You know, that's not the worst idea, because
take the bullet for me.
If Tempo actually comes out here, and of course, as long as Skreeg is back in place, then it'll be fine. As long as Skreeg is in place, this will be okay. Okay, fine. I'll and I ditch my hat and try. Like, of course, we've established that this Garbage Man suit is still pretty nice looking.
Yes.
So he's not like shirts. Okay, here we go.
So I think, as soon as this door opens, the flashes go off, then they see the Garbage Man, but then they see Tempo, and it flashes right back on. The media is going nuts. You hear people, that ambient crowd noise. But then from the other side of the stage, the scientist. Let's get a quick description. What does the scientist look like that's designed this robot?
Bowl cut.
Tan hair.
He's got a little hover chair that he's floating around in. He's zipping around the stage. He's not actually walking. He's got a hover chair.
Intense cheekbones and bony fingers.
Ooh.
He has denim jeans on. And a denim jacket on, like he's gone full
denim lab coat.
Denim
Yeah.
and he wears the same thing every day because it's just efficient to have the same look. He loves the denim look,
but he is a kindred scientist, so it's got to be fashionable as well as
yeah.
It's different types of denim.
Yeah.
This scientist's name is Zelphus Torque.
Yes, it is.
And the scientist is voiced by.
Well, it's me. Excuse me. I thought I was going to be meeting with the HoloVid celebrity Tempo.
I am here. I am Tempo. Don't you know? Don't you wanna know? I'm Tempo. Yes, I am. Where's the backing track? Where's the backing track? Zuri, where's the backing track? Garbage Man, Zuri's not here. I need you to play a backing track for me.
Okay.
Don't you want to know? I'm Tempo. Oh. Okay. Everybody here, don't you see this a robot? He is a teen, and you gotta know that I'm here to interview Trev 14.
Sorry that I just fully bailed on that, but
I feel like that's a good opportunity to finish your scene.
The interview can maybe be ongoing.
Yeah.
The success of the green die is Tempo has made it out of the closet and has been brought to the stage.
Safely on stage in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Papa, is this the new friend you promised I could meet today?
Yes, here's your new friend.
Just like a real teen.
So Tilo and Zuri have not met up.
Yeah, because Zuri is busy.
Indisposed.
That was the word I was trying to think.
No, in the disposal.
In disposal,
Yeah. So where is Tilo now?
On the way to the stage, I think.
Amazing.
I think just it's a stage. It has many entrances.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so everyone's on stage right.
Yeah.
And just at that moment, Tilo bursts through stage left. I am here for my interview with a teen robot.
And this is where the Don't You Want to Know I'm Tempo backing track actually plays, because they were expecting the stage left door. That's the cue.
Yeah.
I don't know the song. I know Tempo.
One of you has the song prowess, but one of you has the panache. I am very confused.
Am I Garb? What is going on?
Oh boy, two friends, Papa?
Yes, this must be a fun trick of the HoloVid celebrities that, but Trev 14, with your advanced empathetic capabilities, surely you can determine who is the real celebrity and who is the HoloVid.
Of course, Papa. That will be no trouble for me.
Oh, shit.
One moment. Scanning. And a bunch of grid-like lights come out of Trev 14's eyes and start scanning over the two gloves.
What the fuck is going on? Are you that makeup artist?
No, I'm Tempo, obviously. You look more like a makeup artist than I do, right?
What the frag? I thought I was Tempo.
No.
Wait, I do look like a makeup artist.
You do.
I've got the apron on.
Uh-huh.
Am I a makeup artist? Oh, Garb. I'm a makeup artist all this time. I thought I was an artist. I feel like a fake-up artist.
You're supposed and I like go to your ear and just get it together. You're supposed to be Tempo. You don't just admit that you're not Tempo.
Oh, you're right, garbage man. Believe in myself. I am Tempo. You are some sort of not Tempo.
I don't know what you're talking about, and clearly I am dressed and bodyguard, come prove that I'm Tempo. Why are you making sounds? Are you having trouble breathing? Do you need CPR?
In the background of all of this, the Trev 14 is still just quietly like, scanning. But with the grid lights suddenly go from red to green, and with a bing, the Trev 14 returns to its faculties and says, genetic evidence inconclusive and identical.
Oh my Garb, you have to find some other way to learn here, Robot Teen. You have to know I am Tempo, and Tempo is for teens.
The Trev 14 looks to the other Tempo like, oh, fair point.
I am Tempo, and I am better with teens because I've actually done the teen activity known as Slugblasting. Look at my cool hyperoptic visor rig. It works just like you.
Oh, that is very impressive. And the Trev 14 looks back to the other Tempo.
I can... Garb, if I wasn't wearing these flat shoes, I would dance like a pop idol and show you. Wait, I can remove these shoes. And Tempo throws the flats into the audience. She beans a reporter in the face. It was Raz Masters. And he just gets...
Tempo, just to bask in your presence.
All right, Tech Booth, hit me with a slow ballad track.
They do. I will in post.
Robot boy, don't you know I'm not a robot toy? I'm a toy for teens. That's Tempo. What it means to be Tempo. I gotta play the scene for the teens. You and I, we can hold our hands. We can go out and make demands. You and I for the teenage dream of the world. Come on, robot. And it keeps going.
I think that's gotta be a red tide for Hannah.
Yeah, no.
You can't out Tempo.
Yeah, I can't.
Even though you're a clone.
And as Kanker is watching this, and seeing this beautiful display of who he thinks is Hannah pretending to be Tempo, hearing this wonderful display, for the first time, Kanker's eyes have been opened to the truth that maybe there's something special about Hannah. And, like, holy cow. You know, maybe she doesn't look as good as Tempo. but she has some real character that is lovely, and just like, oh my goodness. We just got to get, it might actually work. This whole thing might actually work. And he's excitedly hanging on until the end of the performance as Tempo finishes up. And
the end of her big slow ballad is, and this imposter is a bitch. And then they start like fighting each other and they fall off the stage in front in a big pile on the ground.
the two of you?
Yes.
Amazing.
And like while this is going on, Kanker decides, okay, this has got to be my opportunity. And I instead grab the robot and use this as a whole distraction. But of course, he's like, I'm going to find Hannah later. And takes the robot and starts running kind of out into the hallway towards the garbage disposal, the chute that will like go down to the trash disposal. And he's running that way. He opens it up, throws the robot down inside. Maybe people are starting to chase after him, and he's just like, I gotta go too, and he throws himself into the garbage chute as well. I guess I don't know what happens at the bottom of this chute.
I think that depends on what color die we hand you right now.
I mean, I feel like between the fact that you got away with the asset,
Yeah.
and you have discovered feelings you didn't realize you had before, that maybe it's a green die?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I think that feels right.
Absolutely.
Here you go.
Dave's first green die of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
Honestly, that's what you want it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I think at the bottom of this trash chute,
Because you
I
moved
think
it, didn't
the
you?
dumpster has moved.
the dumpster
that's
is gone.
true.
It's occupado at the moment.
You land on something soft and furry that has been roaming the halls.
Yes.
And it made its way, it crossed over to a different tower.
Yeah.
And it's enjoying the larger open space of the multi-tainment Hollow Park.
And then, was wandering around. It occasional run-ins with security and stuff, but it had a moment to itself. And then suddenly it heard the most beautiful singing, the most beautiful melody coming through the garbage chute, like echoing down. Like, you know how voices can echo through the vents sometimes? And I heard the
Yes.
sound, and it was going over to the chute to investigate. And then suddenly the singing stopped, and it was staring quizzically up at this vent, and then who should come tumbling down but a teen robot and Kanker Sisto.
And so, like, we kind of, like, bounce off this rock monster, I guess?
Yeah, well, it's a rock-eating monster.
right.
It
Yeah.
is soft and furry. You have a safe, nice landing on top of it, and or I guess you bounce off of it.
Yeah. But wouldn't a rock-eating monster, couldn't it eat a metal person?
It very much could, and I think that might be a complication for the next scene.
Fair enough. Then I guess it's you next, right, Robyn?
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the final green die.
Oh.
I want whatever happens here. It's not our very last scene, but in this penultimate scene, I want things to go well for old Skreeg Fubbins.
I think since the last time we saw Skreeg and Zuri, we're cutting in a little bit later than that. This maybe picks up shortly after this whole garbage chute cacophony. But we are seeing the hover dumpster now sitting with one lid open, and we just see, almost cartoonishly, two little streams of smoke coming up out of it. And we zoom inside the hover dumpster to the two figures of Skreeg and Zuri sitting there. They've got trash bag. No, there was like a net that they had inside the hollow thing, pulled up like a blanket, like they're sitting in a bed together, having some death stakes.
They're vapes for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
They got vape rings.
Yep.
Boy, that takes me back, Zuri. It's like the old days again. I feel like a younger man with with all my limbs.
My brain just was like, what is his downstairs situation? He has 2 robot legs.
You see what I mean, right? It's better with the with the enhancements.
God damn it! Yes, it makes me feel some remorse for what could have been.
It's all in the past now. We gotta worry about our future. Our future with the Trev 14. Zori. God damn it, we did it again!
We cocked it up again!
Our passion got the best of us. And he starts hurriedly zipping up his fancy overalls that he's wearing. He's like, if we hurry, there might still be time.
The zipper is the necktie. Sorry.
Oh my god, very good. Unfortunately, Zuri wearing kindred attire, it has to be arranged in such a way. Getting it off was a very laborious process, and putting it back on is equally laborious. So they're like struggling to like put on all of the straps and lapels and shit.
Come on, we gotta move. What? All right, we can do this. What was your plan? Was to take the Tempo was going to take the robot, and my plan was for Tilo posing as Tempo to take the robot. So whatever happened up there, one of them should have the robot. We just have to figure out which one has it, and it's one of the 2 clones. We just gotta go find them.
Zuri puts on their tactical Neuralink mirror shades.
Yes.
Tempo, are you there?
Oh, my garb. Oh, you. Hello. I am. I'm just a little.
Tempo, why are you making noises?
Because I'm.
She's having a hard time
Can't believe
breathing.
you
What's
took
happening?
my shades. They look better on me. No, don't take them off again.
No, I need your help because we're having a fight and it's going really well, but I could still use the moral support.
Where is the Trev 14 unit?
I don't know. I'm fighting.
I didn't see the teen. He got ran away. I'm supposed to be for teens, but now I'm for fighting.
There's a doctor, someone, a scientist. Ask them to put the shades on the doctor.
Tempo, put the shades on the scientist.
Sarah, do you mind if I stop? I'm supposed to put my sunglasses on some scientist.
Oh, I mean, okay, yeah.
Okay. One sec. Scientist.
Why am I wearing these? Listen to me. We need to find what happened to the Trev 14 unit. Are you on stage? Oh, I see. A tactical Neuralink mirror shades. I fully understand the situation.
I invented these.
Oh, yes, the Trev 14 model is right. Oh, galloping Galahads, where did it go?
He minored in null studies.
Zuri takes off the shades and looks at Skreek and says, the Trev 14 unit has gone AWOL.
And then a voice rings out from a little further away in the hollow park.
New friend, new big furry friend, please stop eating my limbs. Please, big furry friend, please stop eating my limbs. And Skreek and Zuri look at each other. They'd know that voice anywhere.
Yeah. The voice of their son.
It's Hudson. We gotta move. And Skreek punches the throttle on the hover dumpster. And they go flying down the hallway.
Zuri and Skreek charge through the multitainment hollow park, round a corner, go into a back hallway.
This dumpster is going faster than it should have any right to. Like, it's weird that they made them capable of going this fast.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're just tearing through. And they eventually find the source of the lamentations as they see Trev 14 with its robotic limbs being chewed on by an abyssal gloom cruncher, and they also see their canker Sisto.
And Kanker is just trying his best to like get the robot out of the. Where Hannah? If Hannah was here, get your beast under control. And
Kanker, I said not one hair on his head was to be harmed. That thing's eaten his entire leg. I think that's a little worse than a hair on his head.
well, where were you? Okay, you were supposed to be here with the with the garbage disposal.
Well, I didn't. That's not the point, because this wasn't the deal, and that means that there is no deal. And Skreeg's going to, he raises one of his robotic arms and flips the hand around and backwards, and like it sort of unhinges from the wrist, revealing a secret ray gun that he's got built into his wrist, and is like, hand him over, Kanker.
And of course, Kanker doesn't know how to control this monster and everything.
Well, let's make it easy then. And he, Skreeg swings the barrel of the ray gun towards Abby the Abyssal Gloom Cruncher. But before he can get a shot off, who should come running down the hallway?
It's the clones. The clones come running down the hallway. Why? Yes.
So Hannah enters to see Abby, the missing monster, and Skreeg, who I don't know if you've ever met, raising his ray gun towards her.
No. Oh my god, no, she's just a baby.
You know who else was just a baby? And Skreeg is staring down Kanker. My son. Well, I mean, he wasn't a baby. He was a fully grown teen, but he was my baby. He was my everything. And you and your little crew, the Cryptiques, you took him from us.
Garb, what is going on? I thought this got less confusing. As soon as neither of us had the shades on, I could totally tell that it was my clone sister, Tilo.
Yeah, we kind of caught up on our way over here. Like, we've just been like shit this shit.
As soon as no one was wearing sunglasses, it was so much easier to tell what was going on.
Yeah.
But now I'm super confused. And Zoe, you're here too?
And you just say that your son was in the crypt. Is he talking about Hudson?
How do you know his name? And the barrel of the ray gun swings to you now.
Because I was also in the Cryptiques. Oh my god.
It was an accident that Hudson got peeled back. I don't.
You're supposed to get peeled back to where you came from, so...
It was an accident the first time. It had better not be an accident this time. And Zuri looks pointedly at the Trev 14 unit still being launched by the Abyssal Gloom Cruncher.
Oh, so many new friends. Nice to meet all of you. Give me one moment while I deal with this situation. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Call it off.
Oh, I can totally do that. Wait, Abby, come here. What? No, Abby, come on. There's a bunch of nice rocks.
Oh.
And
I thought that was gonna work.
And Skreeg can see that while this Abyssal Gloom Cruncher's diet usually consists of rocks in the waking pits, it's clearly developed a taste for robot limbs, and he knows what he has to do. He lowers the ray gun and walks forward with his arms outstretched and says, "You want something to snack on? You snack on me. Stay the hell away from my boy!"
Garb, this situation is so moving. It makes me inspired. It makes me know that as a pop idol, I need to perform right here, right now. Did you say before that Abby was attracted to the serenading sounds?
Yeah, I did say that.
Robot hands reaching forth from the darkest void. Robot feet walking far, no one can avoid. There's a place we can both go. Are we robots? I don't know. But we're gonna get there together on these robot feet. Robot feet.
And Abby looks at Skreeg and sees, these robot limbs being offered up, bigger, stronger robot limbs, manly robot limbs. Not just a boy, not just a teen, but a full-grown robot man. But then it also hears this beautiful music and kind of looks back and forth between Tempo and Skreeg. And then we have to figure out how it ends. A color of dice has to be awarded, I think.
I mean, the color still applies to Zuri specifically.
Yes.
So what does Zuri want?
I think they're a little bit unimpressed with everything going on right now. They don't want Skreeg to offer up his limbs. They didn't want him to do that in the first place when he was getting all the cybernetic enhancements, and now he's going to throw away everything he worked for and potentially, jeopardize their ability to start over. I think the fact that, because Tilo said that she was part of the Cryptiques, yeah? The fact that Tilo is part of the Cryptiques and Tempo is, identical in appearance to Tilo, Zuri can't separate that in their mind. I don't think that they can look at Tempo and not think of Tilo and not think of the Cryptiques and not think of their son. So Tempo singing and Skreeg arms akimbo, getting closer and closer, just like sets Zuri off. And they walk around to Skreeg's side, grab his wrist, and start firing warning shots in the direction of the monster to try not to wound it or actually target it, but more of a get the hell out of here and hopefully scare it off so that it will drop Trev 14 and bolt.
If we want to go dark, I think it's red and I think I know what happens. But if we don't want to go dark, that's okay too. This is a silly little time.
I mean, I'm in character, so I want it to work out, but I think it's a fiasco.
So these warning shots spook Abby. She does not let go of Trev 14. She crunches down on Trev 14 and starts running away. And Skreeg and Zuri are kind of fighting over the ray gun, and it ends up shooting Abby. Not enough to kill her, but enough to peel her back to the waking pits.
That's the whole thing with the monsters in Knackers Row. They fight to the peel back.
And as she goes boop, I don't. It's maybe it sounds worse than that. I don't think it's a boop.
No.
I think it's been described as like a pop sound.
Yeah,
like an uncomfortable pop sound.
Yeah. And she takes most of the robot with her, leaving only the head and maybe like some neck.
A little bit of the shoulder.
A little bit of the shoulder.
Yeah. This is a new sensation. This is uncomfortable.
Robotine, no!
Abby, no!
And then I think Zuri lets go of Skreeg, walks up to where the robot head is, stands for a moment, expression kind of blank, and then they kneel down, pick up the head, stand, and start to walk away.
Skreeg goes to follow after, but he looks back one last time at the motley assortment of clones and lowlifes here. And we got... Our tilt is supposed to be all about cold-blooded score settling.
Hey, I brought you the robot exactly to where I was going to be. You weren't here, and now you also lost me my fighter. Okay, I think we're even. You messed this up.
You're like a real cock-up.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And Skreeg shakes his head at this. The cock-up thing really gets to him. And he pulls the... he's got like a tool belt, a very stylish Kindred tool belt with his janitor outfit that had all of his tools for this operation. And he opens up the biggest compartment. And out of it, he pulls what looks like just the head of a dog. It's like blinking and moving around, but then he presses a button on the neck and like it unfolds a robot body underneath it like a transformer. And this dog starts growling and barking.
Growl, growl. Yark,
And he just says, "Get him, Rex." And he turns and walks off into the sunset with Zuri.
Oh.
Okay, gang. I think that's a good place to roll credits. And now we will do the aftermath, where we determine, after this fiasco, where our characters ultimately end up. All right. Michael, let's start with you.
Yeah, so Tempo had amassed 3 green dice, 1 red die. And in rolling those, they have come out as green 9.
Green 9. Nothing to crow about. Not better, but not way worse either. Maybe the car is wrecked or your wife is leaving you or there's a court date, but compared to some of the other people you know.
So I think in Rex having been sicked upon the group of 3 at the bottom of this garbage chute, Tempo does come out of this having a few scratches and scrapes, maybe a little bite mark that she then gets styled into a cool tattoo or something. But life kind of goes back to normal for her. She goes back on up to being Kindred Pop Superstar, and this just becomes one of those weird things that gets printed in the tabloids, and she gets a few other interviews about, like, what all went down that day, but really, she knows something big happened that day, but can never quite understand the full ramifications of what it was.
Is it fair to say that she probably has a new bodyguard at this point as well?
Yes, and depending on how other people have rolled, maybe someone else is looking for a job for something. We'll see how the other rolls have gone out, but I think Tempo has gone back to her life of Hollywood celebrity, and is just moving on from this very odd day. She gets a killer concept album out of it, though.
Yeah.
It's like weirdly fitting that you rolled like a pretty like no better, no worse, because it's like that if anyone, it would be Tempo.
Tilo had 2 green and 2 red, which in this game is a recipe for disaster. So 5 green. Miserable. You are humiliated in a big public way, and whatever reputation you once had is now in dirty pieces all around you. You'll never think of these days without a shudder of horror at your own aggressive stupidity.
Oh, dang.
Whoa, with a 5, huh? Whoop, whoa.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like she absolutely did not gain anything from this.
Mm-hmm.
You lost your pet.
Yeah, she lost her pet. She is still, I guess, friends with Teely, but probably doesn't see her very much.
I mean, at this point, there was the whole debacle on stage, too, about, who was the real Tempo and who wasn't, and clearly, like, Tempo has risen past that, so you're probably always gonna be the one who is in Tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frisbee, like, you're not getting calls back from Frisbee at all anymore.
No. And I think she moves to Webb.
Oh.
Because she's from Kindred.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she makes a hard move to Webb and just, like, works in the stables at Knacker's Row.
Yeah, because not only like you didn't get the robot to pay off your debts. I mean, we'll find out if Skreeg is still a concern. But there's maybe he's not literally the only person you guys owed money to. Maybe there's a little more than that. So you didn't get your big payday, and probably aren't on good terms with your old your clone sibling that you used to be able to hit up for money is maybe not a viable option for you anymore. So,
and I think seeing Hudson's parents kind of struck a chord with her.
Ooh, yeah.
Of, like, the guilt of that fateful trip is haunting her in a way that she hadn't thought of it before.
Yeah.
All right. So I had 3 red die and 1 green die. My red added up to 8. My 1 green die was 3, so that's a total of 5 red.
Rough. You are getting whipped like a rented mule, for starters. And you will remember this episode for all your diminished days. The lesson you learn will be profound, lingering, and painful.
So, Kanker got fucked up by a robot dog.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. He's still in as much debt as he was before, but now he's hurt even more, so it's even trickier. He probably.
Are you the one who has to take on the bodyguard job?
I don't know if that's worse though. I feel that that's a step up.
Well, my thinking was maybe you have to do this to make ends meet, but where that would have been a good thing for you because you thought Tempo was so hot.
Yeah, you've now learned you don't actually have those feelings or admiration for Tempo. You only want to be with Hannah, but now you can't.
You are Hannah is not speaking to you anymore. You're separated from the person that you really care about, and you're trapped with this avatar who looks like the person you love, but really, when you think about it, they don't look anything alike. They don't
spending all this time up close. Yeah. Oh no, she doesn't look as good, and
you're pining away for Hannah, who I think, if I'm remembering the complicated switching right, when you develop those feelings, it was Tempo. But in your mind, it was Hannah, and so you still are yearning for the one.
Confused at the end of it all because I never got a chance to resolve that these two came in as each other or whatever.
Yeah.
So you think you've lost the love of your life, and you're actually right next to her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think the book mentioned something about a lesson, and I don't know if you have learned a lesson. It's rough for sure. But...
well, weirdly, the lesson is that he should have realized what was right in front of him all along. But now that opportunity is wasted, not realizing what is currently in front of him all along.
Like it's back. It's the same thing. It's the same.
Doesn't realize what's in front of him all along.
Kanker, I need like a coffee.
Oh God.
Do you think you could get me a coffee?
Yeah, I can get you a coffee.
You've just got those strong hands that can pick up coffee so well.
Thank you. Yes, I will. I'll get you a coffee. It'll be what is it? It's a double, triple, quadruple, minus cappuccino.
I don't know math. Give me a coffee.
Okay,
and if I don't
the
like
last
it,
time I got you got really upset at me.
Yeah, if I don't like it, I'm gonna pour it on your head again.
Okay. Oh God. As I nurse my wounded up shoulder and everything. No garb.
So I collected 3 green dice and 1 red, but I rolled shit across the board. Rolled all 1s and 2s. So I'm left with 3 green.
Oh, damn. Grim. The stress and trauma from your little adventure are going to haunt you forever. Bits of your soul are destroyed, and you are missing a piece or two.
Mm-hmm.
In a few years, children are going to cry when you get too close. All your plans have ended in complete ruin.
Oh, damn. So I think the most obvious one is it's right there in the text. I think we have to do it. The Trev14 lost everything but its head and shoulder there. Like it's got nothing left. Skreeg, in order to save his robot son, has to give up all of his cybernetic limbs, all of his cyberization. He was so close, complete cyberization. That was the goal. But he was so close to the full package, but to save his son, he gives up all of these limbs. Thankfully, with Web, it's a sci-fi universe and it's Web Tower. He's able to just revert back to all his human limbs. Like they have them all on ice in the web labs. It's not that he's doesn't have any. He just has to downgrade from his cyber limbs.
God.
And they meant so much to him. So that's the first negative outcome.
Yeah.
The second one is a little more nebulous because as Dave has mentioned before, with the Trev models, the head of the robot is not where the brain and the hard drive is. That the head is full of cameras. It's got 360-degree sensory inputs. The hard drive is in the torso, in the heart. That's where all of that lives. And the one thing that Skreeg can't give this robot son is a new torso, a new heart. That was the one part of him that wasn't cyberized yet. So unfortunately, even though he's able to save the Trev14, the whatever memories of Hudson's that it may have had, whatever the voice patches and the memory scans and whatever of their son lived on in this robot was lost when it was crunched by Abby, the Abyssal Gloom Cruncher. And I think that, they try to make good on their promise. Zuri and Skreeg try to run off together, but, inevitably, as it does between them, they burn hot and then they burn out, and without their son, their robot son, to hold them together, inevitably it all falls apart again, and Skreeg finds himself back in Operablum once more, alone. No closer to his goals, either of reclaiming his son or transforming himself into the perfect Cyberman.
I had 3 red dice and 1 green die. All of my red dice were 3s, and my green die was a 6. So I have ended up with red 3.
Harsh. A big black cloud of hurt is going to rain all over you. The things you need to happen are not going to. Simple as that.
Yeah, I think this was pretty firmly alluded to in Skreeg's epilogue. Zuri was unable to recover anything that could have carried the memory of their son. They lost their job as a bodyguard. I think it inevitably comes out that they did steal the Trev 14 unit, so they're pretty much blacklisted throughout the entirety of Kindred. They aren't able to make it work with Skreeg. They hold too much resentment over what happened that day that they stole the Trev 14 model, and the fact that, it doesn't represent any facet of their son, and maybe even if it did, it wouldn't have been the same. And they just can't get any kind of win from this situation, short term or long term.
Can I pitch, maybe if Zuri kind of doesn't have anything left in Operablum, they kind of take to going and searching.
Ooh.
Just like almost a fruitless, hopeless search for Hudson, or maybe even for Abby to try and find this hard drive or something.
Yeah.
And they end up taking Hudson's hoverlight board pendant and traveling out to the Waking Pits. And they just spend the rest of their time out there searching for something, not really expecting it to turn up anything, but having nothing else to look for.
Yeah, it's all they can do at this point.
And of course, the Waking Pits would probably affect your psyche.
Yeah.
The dark, gloomy acid rain plays.
And then to end on a slightly more hopeful note, the camera, we're watching Zuri in the Waking Pits searching fruitlessly, and then the camera sort of whip pans and zooms to another area of the Waking Pits, where Abby, the Abyssal Gloom Cruncher, is happily munching on some rocks. She's back home where she belongs. She's was stolen away by these Slugblasters and made to fight in a ring, and her heart was never in the fight. She just wanted to come home and meet rocks. I think she
This is like the last shot in Jurassic Park where the Parasaurolophus is just eaten in the marsh and goes
basically. I think one day in her lumbering around looking for food sources, she finds a portal that is a portal to the Waking Pits. I think Kindred are the types to dump. They're all about making contact with other worlds, and that's not just for expansion. That's also so they can dump their waste. So I think she finds a sort of off the books illegal landfill in the Waking Pits where Kindred is dumping all of their defective robot parts and scrap metal from the robot making process, and her eyes light up and she has herself a big feast, and she lives out the rest of her days comfortably munching on defective robots.
Abby rolled high this day.
Okay, friends, thank you so much.
Yeah.
That was Fiasco.
woo!
What a fiasco.
Yep.
Everyone's just like real sad right now. No, and thank you everybody for listening. We will be back in 2 weeks with another episode of Quantum Kickflip, back to our main season. We'll return to Operablum with Gold Star Disaster. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.